And when we do that, then we can take up once again the mantle of leadership. Leading against terrorism, but also leading in reducing nuclear stockpiles and locking down loose nuclear weapons that can fall into the wrong hands. Also leading on helping poor countries deal with HIV/AIDS. Also leading on stopping the genocide in Darfur. Also leading by having the highest standards for civil rights and civil liberties and due process and rule of law, which is why we have to close Guantanamo and restore habeas corpus, because we have a president who has taught the Constitution and believes in the Constitution and will obey the Constitution of the United States of America. That's the future that we can make. But I can't do it by myself. I need you. And so I'm reminded every day of my life, if not by events, then by my wife, that I'm not a perfect man. I won't be a perfect president, but I can promise you this, that I will always tell you what I think. I will always tell you where I stand. I'll be honest with you about the challenges that we face as a nation. I'll listen even when we disagree. And we're going to disagree sometime. There's a big, complicated country. And so we're going to have disagreements, but we can disagree without being disagreeable. And we can work on those things that we hold in common as Americans. And most importantly, I will wake up every day thinking about you, listening to your voices, listening to your concerns. I'll be thinking about that single mother who's struggling to raise a family and work at the same time. I'll be thinking about that worker who's been laid off and is trying to get back on his feet. I'll be thinking about that student who's trying to get enough money together to go to college. If you give me that chance, if you will vote for me on April 22nd, then I promise you we won't just win Pennsylvania, we'll win this nomination, we'll win the general election, you and I will change this country and we'll change the world. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, we got about half an hour for questions. And I can tell this is an inquisitive group. So, here's what I'm going to do. We've got microphones in the audience. And so I want people to just raise their hands. I will call on people. I'll try to get through as many questions as possible. We're going to go boy, girl, boy, girl. Just so that everybody knows it's fair. In fact, we'll actually go girl, boy, right here in the yellow shirt. All right. Wait till the microphone comes and introduce yourself if you don't mind.
Hello, I'm Deb Dunbar. I'm a parent of students in the school district and a researcher at the University of Pennsylvania. In 1 month, it'll be 11 years since President Clinton told us we have an AIDS vaccine in 10 years, and we're nowhere near it. In fact, I'll tell you, we're laying people off at the university who are doing just that work because of lack of funding. So things have really gone backwards in the current administration. What are you going to do to help us move this forward? We really need a vaccine.
Well, look, we have been working on the AIDS vaccine for quite some time. I know there was some disappointing news recently in terms of the lack of progress on this front. But you know what? This isn't unique to AIDS. I mean,